Beauty Bulletin viewers, hello South Africa, Cape Town, Joburg, Durban, wherever you are. I'm Kareem, back again with my second guest, this time Alex in the house. I'm here to introduce you to our fabulous Extra Virgin Mineral Compact Foundation. Whew, I got that, it's a long name. And I also introduce you to our fantastic honey bronzing range. This time introducing the powders, some of the shimmer waves. So again, enjoy the show, sit back and relax. Here we are. Her face is toned, moisturized and prepped for a fantastic application. You just use our compact foundation. It contains a little brush inside. So be brave, try that out. I love to use it on the road while I'm outside. So obviously for home use, I'm starting to use a face and body brush. Just add some color on it. Start on the temples right here. Just add a small amount all over the face and airbrush it on. You'll see how easy that glides all over your face. This fantastic foundation contains community fair traded olive oil from Campania, Italy. It's a fantastic ingredient to really soothe your skin and gliding the product better onto your skin. Here we are, all over, circular movements. How does it feel?
Feels good, it's very smooth.
That's great. So, once again, jawline, really important. Don't forget that this is a cream to powder foundation that will transform itself to a powdery matte finish right after your application, so don't overload your brush, neither your face. Work in layers and have fun applying it. It's absolutely stunning. Also use it all over her lips and all over her eyelids for a fantastic base for any product that's going to be applied on top. So right here, blend it down, jawline. Just make sure that you choose the right color. There are 12 shades existing all over South Africa, so you will have a big chance to find your right shade. Here we are. Let me show you a top technique for the eye area. Take both of your hands, close your eyes, and just use this all over. Around your nose, inner corners. Really blend and roll that product into the skin. For the ones that have seen my first application, I just love vitamin E face mist, so I'm using a small amount right all over the face, right here, blend it in, downwards, make sure that you work and blend downwards as you don't want to highlight any facial hair on your face. And we are going to set and give that sun-kissed appearance to her look by using two shades of our fantastic honey bronzing powder, shade 01 and 02. So starting with 02, use that product all over your face. Add a small amount, start on the temples once again, blend it down for that sun-kissed look. It's a fantastic beach look. It's a great look to really charm your boyfriends once you are outside, and obviously to maintain your summer tan throughout the season that you might go into after summer. Let's start with Alex's beautiful eyebrows. I am using an eyeshadow for this. This is shade 06. Use a slanted brush, pretty much the same technique. Here once again, we're using the eyebrow and lash comb. Brush them down, 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 down. This time I'm actually going to show you that technique. And I'm using a small amount on the top line, blending it up, and a third down. Take that brush again and brush them up like this. Your eyebrows are going to appear much fuller and actually not too intense, as it just appears like you have filled in some gaps in your eyebrows. Let's do the second eye, brow. Here we are. And one third down. Here we are. And brush it up again. There's this fantastic brow and lash gel that you can use to fix and groom your eyebrows. For all the ones that go to the hairdresser dyeing their eyebrows, you can use it as a color-free mascara as well. I'm using that right at the end of my application, so please remind me. Don't forget it. Great. Using the 01 bronzing powder on a eyeshadow blender brush all over her top eyelid for fantastic prepping for that kind of summery, smoky, sultry eye look I'm going to apply. All over. Now, let's start with her cheeks. We have this amazing product called Shimmer Waves. It's available in two shades, pink and bronze. So I'm using a combination of all 5 shades on a blusher brush right here. Ask Alex for a big fat smile, that's it. And use a technique outside towards the inside. As you can see, if you do it the other way around, you end up having the main color in the center of your face, and it's going to be really difficult for you to smudge. So remember, blend from the outside towards the inside. Once again, outside towards the inside, right here, for that fresh and sexy summer cheekbone. So again, just a bit on your lips. Fantastic base. Again, all over your eyelid. And we're going to start with that smoky eye you all have been waiting for. Here, and this time, I'm using the Carbon Eye Definer in rich dark brown, the line softener on the other side. And close your eyes. Use a generous amount all over your top eyelid. If you feel that that eye definer becomes a bit hard throughout your application, just warm it up like this. Don't use a lighter. Don't use just use it between your hands. It becomes much softer and therefore much easier for you to apply. As you can see immediately, the line turns out to be much richer. The second side. Right here. And my favorite technique to actually get that kind of smoky look, use that eyeshadow blender brush and start smudging it up towards the eyebrows. For some extra drama, add a second portion right to the corners of your eyes. Look up, sweetheart. Great. Under your eyes, bottom lash line. And for the brave ones, also on the inner rim. However you like, just make sure that you don't overdo it. It's always recommendable to work with layers, like I said in the beginning, and to avoid an overload of product under or on top of your eyes. Here we are, blending corners, and you have a fantastic base for the eye color that's going to be applied on top. Here we are, blending it towards the inner corner. You see I use the same brush. Blend, blend, blend. Close your eyes and swallow. That's great. Now, as you all know by now, I love to use the Body Shop makeup items versatile. As you have seen, I use all 5 shades as a cheek color. I'm now introducing you to my technique of using individual shades for a perfect sultry smoky eye look. Starting with the lightest shade and the same brush on the inner corner, right here, pat it on, and then smudge towards the outside corner. Really easy, simple technique. Do it on the other eye, right here. First you pat it on. You remember why to pat? Obvious, you're absolutely right. You don't want any fall down on your cheeks. So now take a combination of the top 3 shades on your brush, tap off the excess, and just use it on the outer corner right here. Pat it on and blend into the crease for that kind of summery bronzing look. Open. It's wonderful. Right, same thing right here, outside corner. Pat it on into the crease. Blend it up and outwards. Fantastic. You remember my top tip, how to appear a couple of years younger? Again, use the same brush and the area right on top of your eyebrows. You can see that clear line. Now take your makeup sponge and blend it out. You use a bit of your cheek color or eye color that has a kind of red pigment all over your eyebrows. That will immediately make your eye area pop, and you will appear a couple of years younger. There we are. Fantastic. Now I'm using the last shade, the darkest one, which is the 4th shade. Use my Vitamin E Face Mist once again. Spritz onto the same brush. Take the darkest shade. Spritz on it again. And just use it right here outside for that kind of depth you'd like to achieve. Look up and under your eyes. Remember, once your eyes start to become watery, close them and swallow. Okay, same technique on the second eye. I think that's obvious. A perfect way to cover some dark circles under your eyes and also to cover the signs of last night is by using our fantastic lightning touch, available in 1 shade or 1, right under the eyes. Don't forget, also here you want to avoid the panda effect. And don't try to overload with concealer under the eyes. Just use a small amount on your foundation brush, add it to the inner corner, and softly pat it in. You can do that with your wedding finger, but you can also use a brush or a professional makeup sponge. Also, I love to use lightning touch on areas that you want to generally highlight. That might be top lip, My all-time favorite mascara of all times is the Double Intensity Mascara. It does give you the ability to achieve the maximum of your lashes, but also to use the white base end on your bottom lashes instead of white mascara to really make your eyes pop. So what I'm doing first is I'm using the base end all over her top lash line. Look down, sweetie. That's it. Just like this, a generous amount. Don't be terrified. It's going to be covered. Same thing right here. Look down. So if you go to a fantastic Halloween party, you can also achieve that kind of ice queen look with that base end. So just make sure that you remember we have a white mascara end in our range. Here I'm using the second shade right now, using a zigzag and blend it all up. The more of the white base end you take, the more soft black your lashes will appear. That for a bronzing look is not the worst thing, but if you want a deep black, just use 2 layers of the black end. Right here, in a zigzag, just use that upwards. And look down and swallow. Do the second layer, and look down. Alright. Blending it up. There we are. If you want to separate your lashes, just make sure that you try to separate them from the roots in a zigzag motion. Again, introducing to you Lip and Cheek Stain and Love Gloss 02 Golden Coral. You will see how fantastic those combinations will look like. Her eye makeup is pretty much warm, and in terms of her lips, I want to add a bit of freshness, and therefore I'm using Lip and Cheek Stain first. Let it dry all over her lips. And top it up with Love Gloss 02 Golden Coral. It's just an insane combination, and it's one of those cover lip colors you see all over the magazine covers, and you've always asked yourself, what is this color? I want that color, and there you got it. Here we are. The reason I'm talking so much is for that stain to really dry and last on her lips. Once it's dry, you can just easily top it up with that heart-shaped applicator sponge. It's part of the Love Gloss range. Just add it on, and you see that she has that kind of warm golden glow all over her lips, shining through with that freshness that we all gain for that summer season. Still, I will leave her eyes alone, I will focus on her body, and I will show you my favorite top technique, how you increase the bronzing shimmer all over your body. So can I ask you to put a portion of that fantastic whipped cream into the palm of your hand. I am now using a portion of the Honey Bronzing Gel in it. Now I'm taking the fantastic, how surprising, Face and Body brush, mix those 2 textures together, and you can use that all over your arms before you actually start smudging it to get that kind of beautiful sun-kissed look all over your body. It's a fantastic preparation for summer, but also an intensification of what you will look like in summer anyway. I've just received this amazing call of the eyebrow lash gel that I was supposed to use. Thank you for reminding me. So here we go. Taking the eyebrow lash gel, blending it into the eyebrows, upwards, bring them into shape. Also for other ones of you who want to calm down your baby hair, right here, you can use the same product to really calm it down. As you see that Alex is wearing those clips in her hair, so I'm going to release her from those. Make sure that her fringe is going to come back into place. Second clip. And we will go towards her fantastic decolletage, which I'm going to prep and finish off with the fabulous Brilliance Powder. Once again, take the product out, shake the product, and just use it on decolletage, shoulders, upper cheekbones, nose tip, and chin. If you have dark hair, you can also use a small amount right in your hair, on the roots, before you finish off with the amazing, how surprising, Vitamin E Face Mist. You guys have a great time, a great summer. I love you all, and I hope to see you. Bye, Beauty Bulletin. Bye-bye.